So I'll start out, here I am inside of the Teams interface. Once the app is installed, users are able to go into the app bar and select the WebCenter app from the list of applications. Since this is something I know I'm going to be using a lot, I'm going to go ahead and pin that to my application bar. Initially, when users come into the system, what they're going to see is the most recent files they have access to. All of these items are stored inside of WebCenter Content. If I mouse over an item, I can see a thumbnail preview of the item along with a little bit of metadata. Clicking on that item is going to allow me to easily view that item. I also have access to the content information for any of the items. I can see the metadata that is based on the profile for this file. I also can see all of the different revisions of this document, and I can access the web viewable or the native version of the file. I can also easily edit the metadata right from within this interface. If I wanted to, I can search for files as well using a quick search to filter the results. I can browse by folder if I'm using the framework folders that are part of WebCenter Content to locate folders and files. I can view work in progress items. I can browse by content profile. So if I select policy, I can see all of the policies in the system. I can filter those based on my search criteria if I want to filter those down. And then I can also see the workflows in the system. I have access to a list of my workflow items, as well as the other workflows that are enabled in the system. If I want to upload a new version of a file, I can select a file from the list, and I can select upload new version from the top menu. If I wanted to upload similar, I also have that option. If I want to upload a completely new file, I can simply select the upload menu with no file selected, and that's going to give me a list of profiles to choose from. In this case, I will choose the Microsoft Test profile, which will allow me to upload files. This interface allows me to both select files from my device, so in this case, my PC. I can add multiple files, so I'll add those two files to my upload queue. I can browse Teams as well and select files from Teams. So from within this interface, I can search for files. I can see my recent files, files that have been shared with me, or the different teams that I'm a member of. So in this case, I'll navigate into the marketing team, and then I can navigate that files hierarchy that I have set up to locate the files that I'd like to upload. Once again, I can select multiple files, and I can add those files to the upload queue. And then I can go ahead and fill out the metadata for the files that I'm going to upload. I can navigate the folder structure to select a folder location within WebCenter where I want these files to be uploaded. I can enter a title. In this case, I will enter a title of webinar. And a neat feature we have is the ability to automatically append the file name to the title of the document. So if I select that option, then when each of these files is uploaded, it's going to include whatever prefix I put in for the title along with the name of the file. Once I've completed filling out all of the metadata, I can simply click check-in, and that's going to upload all of those files. Since those files are set up with that profile to go into workflow, I can see that they now show up in my workflow queue, in my workflow items. For items in workflow, I can select an item and view the workflow information for that item. And this is going to include the workflow name, the current step the item is in, the remaining reviewers, as well as the action history for the item. From this interface, I can select all of the files that I've just uploaded, and I would have the option to either approve or reject all of the items at one time. In this case, I'm actually going to go ahead and approve those files. And that is going to release them into the system. And so they show up in the recent items. If I decided I actually didn't want to upload those items, once again, I can select all of those items and I can choose to delete them, either the selected revision or all revisions. Since there's only one revision, I'll just do the selected revision, and then those are removed from the system. Similarly, I have the ability to download multiple files from WebCenter. I have the option to either download them to my device or download to Teams. If I choose to download to my device, I can select the revisions that I'd like to download, whether it be the web or the native. I can choose to zip them all in a single file before downloading and click download, and those will be downloaded to my computer. If I choose to download to Teams, once again, I will be able to select the location where they'll be downloaded. I will search for a location where I'd like them to be downloaded. I can see this one here is the location where I'd like to download them. I select that location. I can see there's no files currently there. So I'll select that folder, and then those two files that I've selected will be downloaded into Teams. If I switch over into that team and go into the Files tab, I can navigate to that location where I downloaded those files and see that they were just added to Teams for me. The application itself can be accessed on the left-hand menu over here in Users Personal Apps, or the tab, the Web Center Files tab, can be added as a tab to a team. So if I'm in this marketing team, for example, I can go in here and I can say add a tab. I can select Web Center from the list, and I can save that. And then the Web Center tab will be available as part of this team for any of the users in the team to easily access files that are in Web Center. The next thing I'm going to show is the messaging extension capabilities. So this is going to be available anywhere within Teams, regardless of whether you're on the Web Center Files tab or anywhere else. Users would simply select the command bar, type in @WebCenter, select the search action, and that's going to return a list of search results matching whatever search term they put in. If I limit it down, selecting one of the items is going to show me a document card of that item with quick links to both the web viewable and the content info. I also have the ability with these document cards to copy the cards. And this would allow me to use them in other places, such as a conversation or messages to other users. I can include basic links to content that's stored inside of Web Center.